This Mr. Waheed Salaudden, CEO Buruj Sports Academy. We want to know about the academy, the setup. We would like to know that.
Good morning, Sports 24/7. You are welcome to Buruj Sports Academy. My name is Dr. Salaudden Waheed Buruj, the Chief Executive Officer of Buruj Sports Academy. You are really welcome to Buruj Sports Academy. Our academy was formed 2008. Our aims and objective is to develop young talent and giving them the exposure to the limelight to know how to play professional football.
So, how has been the progress so far, the development of the players?
Yeah, we thank God. A lot of players have benefited from Buruj Sports Academy during our outing international tournament, developing them, fixing them to play competitive tournament like FA every year and playing international tournament in Manchester, in Holland, in Wales.
So, can you specifically talk about the experiences of these players abroad when travel?
Yeah, actually, we face a lot of challenges because many of Nigerians, we believe, when they go to a well-equipped football in overs, some of them find it difficult for them to come back. They find it the way they see the difference between our countries and other foreign countries, how they run football. Getting there, they find it difficult. For them, we use our own effort to make sure they come back home because the way they see things, they really wanted, I'm not going back to that country. We thank God for our own efforts. We try to let them know that you keep on doing it until you get discovered. And a road is not built in a day. It's a long journey. We face a lot of challenges, and mostly from the parents, because the parents believe when you take a players abroad, immediately you get signed. And this, we have invested a lot of things, a lot of money involved, amount of money that we cannot account for. I know what I face is some challenges, sold my property, or because to help people to let them achieve their aim in playing football. It comes to the extent that some food stuff are bringing to give to the players. Why my parents would shout at Buruj, why are they not having family? What we are eating at home, we are giving them, all because for them to achieve. And how many of them remember us? No, how many can we account for? Even though to be talking about them is something that is painful, and to let them know that how many players remember where they brought up, even the common pure water to buy or to remember that I have. But thank God today, has it been that we are not someone that people are hearing about our name. I think that none of them, I know what I'll be saying. But thank God today, some of them can call or they can say hello to us because they still see that we're still on our feet. We are still doing what we know how to do. And I still continue doing it.
You are registered as Buruj Sports Academy,
Yeah.
and in Lagos, in Nigeria, let's say in Nigeria, so we have Pepsi Football Academy. What's the difference with the sport and the football academy? Your own is exceptionally different. Can you tell us the motive behind that?
Actually, when we first started, as I said earlier on, that 2008, we started at Buruj Football Club. Why, when we started, because I like to meet with government officials to abide with the rules. I don't do my things to just think that people are doing it and just doing it. I like follow the rules, the due process, and to know what the advantages and disadvantages. When I went to tax office in a Buruj year, that okay, I voluntarily, nobody came to me to tell me to pay taxes because I have some other business I'm doing, which is I pay my taxes and I know what it takes because all my business development, I pick from UK how they run things and making things open to the government. They didn't do any hidden business. If you want your country to grow, you make your business to open to them. You let them know your income, what you had, what you got at the end of the day, what you return to the government. If you want the government to develop, I went to them and I showed the certificate I got in 2008. Okay, I want to be paying taxes on this business. And when they went through it, they told me that okay, this football club is not limited liability. That I will need to take it back to the CAC to get limited. Okay, I say, well, when I sit and I think that okay, why only football? Because I want to run as an academy, as a school, to develop them, to give them the courage to play, to do what they like to do. I went to CAC and I discussed with them, okay, better still, I have that certificate separately. Let me have a new certificate that will cover all sports, even reporting, because that is why we have a Buruj Sports magazine to be reporting all the youth, all the grassroots program, to let all the young talent, to give them the exposure, to bring them to the limelight. And I got it. That is when I started using Buruj Sports Academy for all sports. And what I really wanted to say much about our colleagues, we should try to do the right thing. It's not all about that someone is doing. I'm not doing it because Pepsi is doing it. My own is quite different. Only Pepsi alone cannot do it alone. Only government alone cannot do it, because we need to bring what we will let government to know what is youth are facing, and that is where government will come in. They have their own program, and we too, private sector, also have what we need to do to our economy to grow. And I think when we are paying taxes to help, Buruj Sports Academy today, to up to date, we are paying our dues to the government. And I can bet you how many football club or academy in this country are paying taxes. Count them, bring them out. Let's see. Buruj have contributed a lot to the development of economy in this country. So you can go to tax office, go to FIRS, and also go to Lagos Inland Revenue to check our records today.
Mr. Salaudden, I salute your movement concerning that tax, because not everybody is obliged to pay it. It's a very good move for me. I want to ask you, what are the challenges? Because they say nothing good comes easy, nothing worthwhile comes by chance. What are the challenges in running sports academy in Nigeria? The impediments that all those that you have faced along the line while coming up.
Yeah, I've said mostly is sponsors. Mostly because if you are running an academy, you're supposed to have finance home that will be there for you, either as a sponsor, at least quarterly, some amount of money to be paying CR. We haven't got any CR. So when we are getting that, I think it will help. It will even ginger us, it will make us to have the morale to do more in supporting grassroots. And all the challenges, like I said earlier, I faced. I sold 2 property all because to make things right. I'm not looking at okay because the money I wanted to make immediately. Say a future. Even though my children, once they look and see the foundation I laid down, they will continue from there. Okay. I face a lot. That's to the extent that I took a lot of risk, all because to make football stand in this country. And if you can see the new development, due to COVID-19, we have some tournament we're supposed to play in April. We have one we're supposed to play in July, and due to the all foreseen circumstances, unforeseen circumstances that happen. I know what, as I'm speaking now, that we lost. But we can't say because of that we'll not continue doing our business. What I think that is that thank God for the good job we are doing. We got a letter from Nigerian Football Federation to show we are among the shortlisted a football academy that they are ready to partner to help. If this come up, I think it's going to be another way to move on as well. And not only NFF, we have some corporate organization. Very easy. Go around, look for the academy. Not just someone that just put someone in a school, in a school premise, just training. We pay. Even though the challenge we are facing, the one we are facing, the pitches we are using, we have the record. We pay to use it, all the facility. The one we use in Agege Stadium, we know how much we are paying. The one we use at National Stadium Legacy, we know how much we pay per hour. The one we are using presently in Bagada, we know how much we are paying yearly. The one we use in Ikorodu, we try to make sure that we give them the best. But we want to say the best, we need to provide good atmosphere and the facilities that will make them to give you the best.
Talking about the NFF, you actually took the word out of my mouth because earlier this week they shortlisted some sports football academy inclusive that they want to help, they want to render assistance. So in what way do you think they can come in? Because every organization, every setup has its own plan, it has its own goal. So in what way do you think that, okay, this is the best way? They have said it there, they want to help. But what way do you think that, okay, this is the best way you can come in to help my sports academy?
To my own view, since I got the letter, was that I appreciated what they are doing. It's not about, I don't think that if they want to help, they are going to give us a capital. Okay. And that's what we lack of. But what we know, I know that. But the area I think they can help us, because what we lack of in any academy or football club is facility like training pitch. We have a good quality 3G training pitch, even though it's 3 academy like shortlisted, okay, given to you to be using. We have a time schedule for 3 of you and to maintain it. Even though they want to invest, they want us to, at the end of the day, they make the facility on ground. Okay, yearly, you return and we bring it back to us in a year. 3 academy, Best Academy, Buruj Sports Academy, and Best Scholar. We don't have our own stadium. Okay, we make this for you. Maybe in 15 years, in 20 years, we want to get back. So these are amounts we are going to be paying. I think for 3 of us, we have a program that will schedule the time to use it. I think with this, you can come out with good things that even though any banks or any corporate organization invest, you will not lose the money. You get it at the end of the day. If it's contract, they want to, let's have a 20 year. I think they have some training pitch that we can have, or a stadium that at the end of the day, if you calculate, you can't spend less than maybe 100 million to our home range. With 100 millions, 200 millions, if there's a way that, okay, in 20 years, you get this, you pay back. I think it will do something. If there's a comment in that way, okay, we are going to get you a pitch, a good pitch. 3 of you will be using, and we'll give you a time schedule to be using it. Fine. If you spend 200 million on that project and you give us 20 years to pay back, if we know what we are doing, I think we should be able to get something out to pay back to NFF or any corporate organization that think they can do that and have a business with us. There's a lot of ways you can get, even though one player can turn over around the figure at the end of the day.
All that said and done, what are your plans towards setting up a campground for the team?
Come again, please.
What are your plans in setting up a campground?
Actually, we have the one that we got is not in Lagos State, and we are planning to have because we are trying to have our home ground. Because the setup what we are having for new coming season, we really wanted to play league. And if you are playing league, if you have your home ground, I think it will help you. If it is 2 naira, 3 naira is coming from there, you should be able to account for something for any fans, any supporters that wanted to come in. Yeah, I think that we call for sponsor. If you can say a good sponsor, I think doing business. I'm very glad if you are doing business for Buruj Sports Academy, you will never lose because I'm a businessman. I know what it takes. If you are putting your 1 naira down, you get the turnover at the end of the day. If you really wanted to invest, you call for sponsor to have a partnership with Buruj Sports Academy. If it's a pitch you think you can do, or a capital you want to pull down that on the players, if you have a solid agreement with our legal department, I think football is a good business. It's a lucrative business if you do it right. And I will thank our chairman, first vice president, FA chairman, because we normally have some chats, which is it will let you know the new situation on ground of football. Because I could remember vividly when we were talking about how to develop youth. I let me know that come, it's the Lagos State, because we know that Lagos State is a photocopy to every FA. Whatever we do in this state, a lot of people photocopy, adapt to it. He said it and I grabbed it and I know that that's right. He said from 13, under 13, under 13, under 15, and under 17. Is Lagos State will scout for players, and it's mainly for the academy that are affiliated. If you are not affiliated, that means you're illegal, because if you are affiliated, you abide with the rules of the state government. The FA have the template, they have what, they are not just sitting there, they have what they are using to know that these are accredited academy. So that if we violate any rules, they will know how to deal with us. We are under watchful eyes. It's not so you just think that you can just decide and put some children in one school, in one place and started telling them you are training them. They don't know the type of training you are giving them. So when you have under body, if you have any complaint, that's where you can rush, you can go to. If you have some knowledge that you don't know, they will be in haste to give you the knowledge, and because they have the body that the FIFA, CAF recognize. So I think that if you affiliated with them, like what he told, he said that okay, from there they have the categories that they handle under 13, under 15, under 17. They will scout for players. Once you are affiliated, if you have a good quality, they will come there to see. And I can testify, we have one of the players that play under 17 in the Ikorodu here. He was scouted in Ikorodu. It's a plus to us that okay, do you have any player that play for national under 17 in Ikorodu? Yes. It's not all because mainly it's come from me. It can come from anywhere. It's still in Ikorodu, in our home base. We have something to write about. And when he mentioned that, okay, if you want to play under 20, they have the category you must play league, so that you have experience to play under 20. And I think they have a plan, and it's a very good kudos to good work they are doing. And I'm very glad to be one of the affiliates to Lagos State Football Association.
Over the years, we have so many academies coming up, and we have some at some point they have to close up. And recently, we have some trying to copy the legacies that some academies have set up in Nigeria. So, what are the profits in running a sports or a football academy, whatever you call it, in Nigeria?
To me, for now, I cannot say that I've got what I invested. Truly, because I know what of two property that I sold and some money that I invested. I haven't got what I expected. I'm still investing in it because I know if I want to, I know the value of Buruj Sports Academy. Being a 12 years old now, I know my worth. My worth is not 500 million. If you give me 500 million, it's not my worth. As I'm speaking now, it's in that 12 because even though going for international tournament yearly, I know what is cost implication. Let's forget about the parents that are paying. So what of those that we scouted that you know that they have the potential that we voluntarily we are bringing from our own pocket and investing. How much the parents are they paying? I know my worth. My worth is not 500 million. It's beyond that. You can't give me 500 now to know that okay, the Buruj worth 500 million. So I know what because we are still investing. We haven't got what we are expecting.
Mr. Salaudden, what I want you to explain is how profitable running a sports academy, how profitable it is in Nigeria.
Is it profitable? Because if you do it right, number one, having the quality players. Because many of us, when we are watching some Premier League, some La Liga, we see amount of paying one player. And one player, you know what it costs. But if you do it right, if investor invests, definitely you have a percentage on each player selling to many clubs. And if you are talking of brand, we have some brand ambassadors. You know what you're going to get from them. It's lucrative business if you do it right because it's a global business. It's not in Nigeria alone. Even though, let's start, if you do things right in Nigeria, okay, we have an academy. If you are developing an academy, you have a certified player. You take it to a Yiba. Okay, in a Yiba now, we have some players that sign at least 10 million. Let's say 10 million naira. Is it not something? Sign up fee. And we have some players that are getting 200, 500, 900 salary monthly. It's something. If you can have a business that you can have a player buy 5 million, sign a 10 million contract, sign a contract of 5 million, is something. It shows that it's a lucrative business. It's not 1,000, it's not 10,000, it's not 100,000. It's